Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The frontrunners for the Golden Bachelor Season 2 have apparently dated Barry's exes. The search for Australia's next Golden Bachelor has apparently turned up two clear frontrunners. But their rumored dating histories might just throw a spanner in the works. ICYMI. Channel 9 aired the finale episode of its inaugural Golden Bachelor season last month, with Barry Bear Murden running off into the sunset with winner Sunny Long. Now, all eyes have turned to who will be the next Backie on the recently confirmed second season, which is currently casting and in production ahead of a prospective 2026 release. The producer-led quest for love has supposedly landed Channel 9 with two key contenders for Season 2, namely Neil McIntosh and Craig Trinder, according to the Daily Mail. If those names sound familiar, it might be because Neil has already done the reality TV dating rounds with as a castmate on Season 1 of My Mum, Your Dad back in 2022. Craig, meanwhile, is a sports commentator based in the Gold Coast, who was in contention for this year's Golden Backie before Barry swooped in at the 11th hour. Neil and Craig are absolutely in the mix, a source told the Daily Mail, adding that Neil, a fan favorite for My Mum, Your Dad, is charming, grounded, and husband material. While both frontrunners appear to check all the boxes, there is a slight catch in that both of them have apparently been romantically linked to reject contestants from Barry's season of The Golden Bachelor. For his part, Craig has been linked to radio personality Bianca Dye, who vied for Barry's heart on The Golden Bachelor this year, while Neil has apparently grown close to fellow standout Bachelorette Catherine Kerwin. The reports remain unconfirmed, but the insider claimed that Craig and Neil's dating histories, including with those from within the Backie universe, have caught the attention of Channel 9's producers. The Golden Bachelor world is small, very small. We're hoping these boys are still single, the source said, adding that an ex-pop ping up during filming would be a nightmare. The same is apparently true of the casting process more broadly, since all the Golden Bachelor contenders have dated someone who knows someone who dated someone else, according to the insider. It's like musical chairs for 50-something romantics, they said. In this scenario, I'm guessing the round of musical chairs is soundtracked by ABBA? Despite the rumored love triangle rectangle, rhombus, Neil and Craig are still considered frontrunners for the next season. They're handsome, charming, emotionally intelligent, and genuinely lovely blokes, the insider claimed. Any woman in Australia would be lucky to date them. We just need to make sure they're not already taken. It's worth reiterating that reports of Neil and Craig's frontrunner status remain unconfirmed, and Channel 9 has not yet revealed any details about who'll front the cast of the next season beyond a casting call on their website. As it stands, we only know for sure the second season is officially coming, and that it'll hopefully hit screens sometime next year. So for now, we'll just have to wait and see who'll brace for hay fever with a handful of roses as more details of the Golden Bachelor's second season emerge. In the meantime, we can still feel the vicarious love of Barry and Sunny's ongoing romance. The air in Bachelor Nation is thick with the scent of silver hairspray and second chances. Following the heartwarming, genuinely moving success of the inaugural Golden Bachelor season, the anticipation for Season 2 has reached a fever pitch. While ABC remains tighter-lipped than a contestant leaving on night one, the internet rumor mill, the chaotic, wonderful engine of speculation, is roaring. And the latest whispers? They're less about who the next Golden Bachelor might be, and more about the uncanny connections between the front-running women and the previous season's star, Jerry Turner. Specifically, the gossip columnists and dedicated Redditors are converging on a single, astonishing narrative. The frontrunners for the Golden Bachelor Season 2 have apparently dated Jerry's exes. Imagine the scene, a sun-drenched, elegant mansion. A group of vivacious, accomplished women in their 60s and 70s are preparing to meet their Prince Charming. They exchange polite, nervous pleasantries. Then, one catches the eye of another, a flicker of familiarity, a shared glance that hints at a history far more intertwined than anyone realizes. This season's alleged leading ladies are being dubbed the Echoes. The story goes that at least 3 of the most heavily vetted potential contestants have, at some point in their mature dating lives, shared a significant romantic connection with a man who also previously dated one of Jerry's unforgettable finalists, Leslie, Teresa, or Susan. The 3 degrees of separation. Let's break down the alleged Echoes and their curious connections. Penelope, the alleged link to the final rose. Penelope is described as a stylish, retired museum curator from Chicago, known for her sharp wit and love of vintage jazz. The rumor hinges on her recent history with a gentleman named Walter. Walter, apparently a charming and successful financial consultant, had a brief but intense relationship with Penelope 6 months ago. Before that, however, sources claim Walter was the long-term, post-show rebound for none other than Leslie, the talented fitness instructor who captured Jerry's heart and then suffered the sting of his final decision. The talk is that Penelope and Walter split because she felt Leslie's ghost was always in the room, spills an anonymous Bachelor Nation insider. Every time they'd go to a nice restaurant, Walter would comment, "Leslie always used to order the Pinot Grigio here." It drove Penelope mad. Now, she's applying for the Golden Bachelor to find a man who hasn't dated her predecessor's competition. The irony is palpable. Penelope is seeking a new chapter, yet her dating history is inextricably tied to the woman who nearly became the Golden Mrs. Turner. The narrative possibilities are rich. An early date where Penelope accidentally mentions Walter's questionable taste in ties, only for her housemate to realize the shared connection. 2. Beverly, the Susan connection. Beverly is a vibrant, outspoken grandmother from New Jersey with a legendary career in real estate. She's the kind of woman who knows how to command a room and is fiercely protective of her friends. Her alleged link goes back several years and involves Jerry's resident fun mom, Susan. The whispers suggest Beverly had a serious, years-long relationship with a retired firefighter named Frank. Frank, by all accounts, was the love of Beverly's life after her husband passed. Crucially, before he met Beverly, Frank and Susan, who travel in similar New Jersey/New York social circles, had a casual, yet memorable dating period. The potential for fireworks here is more about friendship than rivalry. Imagine Beverly and a future housemate sharing stories over a glass of wine, only for Beverly to describe Frank. He was so charming, but he had this one annoying habit of leaving his socks everywhere. And the housemate replies, "Wait a minute, did he also make a legendary meatball?" Because I think I know Frank creates an immediate, albeit awkward, shared history that could either bond them as ex-girlfriends of the same man or create a subtle, competitive tension. It raises the universal mature age question. How small is the senior dating pool really? 3. Karina, the ghost of Teresa. Karina, a sophisticated, quiet art gallery owner from the Pacific Northwest, is the most enigmatic of the trio. Her connection is reportedly with Jerry's eventual fiancée, Teresa. The story here is more about shared grief and second chances. Karina's late husband was a close, lifelong friend of Bill, the deceased husband of Teresa. Following their respective tragedies, both Karina and Teresa found solace in their shared social circle. The rumor suggests that Bill had a widowed brother, Marcus, who, in an attempt to comfort Karina a year after her loss, began dating her briefly. This relationship was encouraged by Teresa, who felt Karina and Marcus shared a similar life stage. This connection is the most profound and potentially delicate. It's not a romantic rival's ex, but a romantic link through the eventual winner's most personal, painful history. Karina is seeking love again in the same reality TV setting as her late husband's friend's widow. If Karina makes it onto the show, the conversation with the new Golden Bachelor will be layered with the ghost of Jerry's journey. She will represent the interconnected web of grief, hope, and late-in-life dating that is the unspoken foundation of the show. Why this matters: the small pond phenomenon. The collective revelation that Penelope, Beverly, and Karina have dating histories entangled with Leslie, Susan, and Teresa's exes is more than just juicy gossip. It's a brilliant, almost meta-commentary on the reality of dating after 60. The small pond theory, the senior dating pool, especially for accomplished, attractive, and eligible singles, is significantly smaller than the one younger generations navigate. It is highly probable that people who date in the same wealthy, social, or geographic circles will have some 6 degrees of separation connection. This rumor simply makes that theory concrete. Shared experience of second chances. It highlights that these women aren't just looking for a man. They're looking for men who fit a specific emotional and relational profile, the kind of man Jerry Turner embodies. And because they're looking for the same type, they're going to stumble upon the same men. Built-in drama and empathy for the producers. This rumor is gold. Imagine a group date where someone brings up a specific anecdote about a past date, only for another woman to realize, wait, that was Frank? He told me that same story. It creates instant, organic drama rooted in a shared, mature experience, not manufactured conflict. As the cameras prepare to roll for Golden Bachelor Season 2, the whispers of Jerry's echoes are turning into a roar. Will the new Golden Bachelor be ready to date women who have essentially followed the trail of his predecessor's love life? And more importantly, will the echoes be able to move past the ghost of Jerry's season and write their own final rose story? The interconnectedness of Penelope, Beverly, and Karina suggests that for this season, the journey won't just be about finding love, but about navigating the intricate, occasionally awkward, and wonderfully small world of golden dating.